Hello and welcome class 9. In previous video, I told you about meristematic tissue. Today, I'll tell you about simple permanent tissue. Let's take a quick revision and see what we'll learn today. Plant tissues are of two types. First, meristematic tissue. Cells of meristematic tissue are very active. They have dense cytoplasm and distinct nucleus to carry out division. They have thin cell walls, small or no vacuoles as they do not need to store anything for long. According to the location, meristematic tissue are of three types. On the tip of root and shoot, they are called as apical meristem. At the base of leaf and internode, they are called as intercalary, and in the stem they are lateral meristem, which increase the girth of the stem. Next is permanent tissue. How are these formed? Older meristematic tissues which lose the ability to divide get differentiated to permanent tissues. Permanent tissues are of two types: simple permanent tissue which have similar type of cells, complex permanent tissues which have different type of cells. Simple permanent tissue. Three types of simple permanent tissue are there: parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma. Parenchyma, the cells of parenchyma have dense cytoplasm and large nucleus, and they are able to divide further. The cells contain chlorophyll are called as sclerenchyma, which carry out photosynthesis. The cells which have airspace, they are called as erenchyma, which help in floating in the aquatic plants. All soft parts of the plant contain parenchyma. And in aquatic plants, they help to float. Next is collenchyma, which have thickened corners, and they help to provide flexibility to plants to move without breaking. Along with flexibility, they also provide them protection. They found in the ribs of leaf and stem. The next is sclerenchyma, which have thick cell walls and no cytoplasm is present in them as they are dead cells. Let us take a recap. Parenchymatous cells are present in the soft parts of the plant, and they contain chlorophyll and called chloroplast and carry out photosynthesis. In aquatic plants, the cells of parenchyma contain air sac and they are called as erenchyma. They help them to float. And in the other parts where parenchyma is present, it helps in storage of different material like tannin, gum, resins, etc. Collenchymatous cells are providing the tensile strength to the plant and flexibility so that plants can easily bend without breaking. And simple permanent tissue, the third type of this tissue, that is sclerenchyma, and the sclerenchymatous cells are dead cells and they have thick cell walls, and they are found in the covering of the seeds, husk of coconut, jute, and other hard parts of the plants. You understand about the definition of permanent tissue. Permanent tissues are derived from meristematic tissue, as meristematic cells differentiate and form permanent cells. Let us see the difference between meristematic tissue and permanent tissue. Cells of meristematic tissue divide repeatedly, but the cells of permanent tissue generally do not divide. They divide only during the specific circumstances. And meristematic tissue cells are undifferentiated, means there is no difference and no modification found in the cells of meristematic tissue, as they need only division, cell division. And the cells of permanent tissue are fully differentiated, as they convert into specific tissue, like parenchymatous cells are different from collenchymatous cells, collenchymatous cells are different from sclerenchymatous cells. So all cells are having differentiation. And number 3, the cells are similar and smaller and isodiametric. So the cells of meristematic tissue are smaller, as they do not need to get larger, because they need to divide only. They are going to divide only. Isodiametric, as the diameter is equal in the all surfaces. And the cells are large in permanent tissue, as they are grown up cells, so they become larger than the meristematic cells, and they have the definite shape and size. Intercellular space absent in meristematic tissue, as there is no need of that space, because they generally have the task for division only. And intercellular space present in permanent tissue. In some of the tissues, like parenchyma, they have intercellular space, but sclerenchymatous cells do not have intercellular space. So intercellular space may or may not present in permanent tissue, but generally intercellular space present in permanent tissues. Vacuoles are generally absent in the cells of meristematic tissue, because there is no need of vacuole to store anything. And in permanent tissues, vacuoles are present, as vacuoles have specific functions in the permanent tissue cells. Then number 6, dense cytoplasm present in meristematic cells, and thin layer of cytoplasm around the vacuole present in permanent cells. Number 7, cell walls are thin in meristematic tissue, and cell walls are thicker in permanent tissues. As they are permanent, they do not need to divide, so that the cell wall may be thicker in them. Meristematic tissue help in growth, and permanent tissues provide protection, and they help in photosynthesis. They help in conduction. Conduction means transportation of water, minerals and food, and they need to store certain material in them. And number 9, cells are living in meristematic tissue and permanent tissue. Some cells are living and some cells are dead. So permanent tissue are of two types, as we know, and these are simple permanent tissue and complex permanent tissue. So let us see the difference in these also. First difference is, cells are similar to each other in simple permanent tissue, and cells are different type. Cells are of different type in complex permanent tissue. And as the cells are of different type in this type of permanent tissue, they are called as complex permanent tissue. And second difference is, simple permanent tissue help in protection, support, photosynthesis, etc. And complex permanent tissue help in conduction of water and minerals and food. And examples of simple permanent tissue: parenchyma, sclerenchyma and collenchyma. And examples of complex permanent tissue are xylem and phloem. So let us see in detail about parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. and we are going to study this in the form of differences so that you can study and compare them. So let us see the comparative study of parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. The first point is parenchyma have living cells and they have very less differentiation and have the power of division. They may divide further. Collenchymatous cells have living cells but they have irregular thickening at the corners, and this is their specific feature that they have thickening at the corners. Sclerenchymatous cells are dead and they do not have any protoplasm. That means they do not have cytoplasm and nucleus. The next second difference is the cells of parenchyma are isodiametric in shape and have thin cell wall which is made up of cellulose. And in collenchyma, cells are elongated and they have little thickness in the cell wall. And in sclerenchyma, cells are long, narrow and thick cell walls, and only cell walls are there. Cytoplasm and nucleus is absent, so that cell wall become thicker. Then the third one is parenchymatous cells have large intercellular space and in collenchyma less intercellular space. And in sclerenchyma, cells are closely packed and they do not have any intercellular space. The fourth difference is the deposition. Deposition of cellulose is found in the cells of parenchymatous tissue, and in the cell wall of collenchyma the deposition of cellulose and pectin is found, and in sclerenchyma the deposition is of lignin. The fifth point is where we can find parenchymatous tissue in plants. So parenchyma found in soft parts of plant like cortex of root and ground tissue in the stem and leaves. So it acts like filler tissue in the plants. Collenchyma tissues they found below the epidermis in the leaf stalk, midribs and herbaceous dicot stem. And herbaceous dicot stem means the plants which are dicot but they are small herbs. In their stems are soft and in which collenchymatous tissues are found. Sclerenchyma found in stem around vascular bundle, veins of the leaves, covering of seeds and nuts, husk of coconut and jute, etc. Let us see the structure of parenchyma. You can see the cells of parenchyma. These are simple cells having large vacuole. Intercellular space is also appear over here, and there are two diagrams which show different sections. A is showing transverse section, and transverse section is the section which is along the length of the plant, and it is also called as cross section. And B, which shows longitudinal section, that is along the length of the plant. So that is the structure of parenchymatous tissue. Next is collenchyma. You can see the structure of collenchyma in which corners are thickened. In the cell wall you can see thickening in the corners, and again A shows transverse section and B shows longitudinal section. Now these are the structures showing sclerenchymatous cells. No cytoplasm and nucleus is present in this, and the cell walls are very thick. A shows the section of the plant which is transverse section group of cells, and in B it is showing longitudinal section. C shows single cell in transverse section which is having thick wall with no cytoplasm and nucleus, means no protoplasm. And D shows that structure of cell in the longitudinal section. Now let us revise the functions of parenchyma. Storage of food, providing support, cell which contain chlorophyll help in photosynthesis, and in aquatic plants air is present in the cell, air cavities are present in the cells, and they are called as aerenchyma, and they provide buoyancy to the plants to float. And intercellular space help in gaseous exchange, and storage of food, like certain cells store the waste products also along with the food, and that are crystals, resins, gums, tannins, etc. These are the waste products for plants. And the functions of collenchyma provide mechanical support and elasticity to plants, and provide tensile strength and flexibility to allow easy bending in plants so that they cannot break. And then sclerenchyma, they give rigidity and mechanical strength to the plant and form a protective covering around the seeds and nuts. Now, I hope you all are able to understand about simple permanent tissues. Thank you.